It is New Year's Day 2024. There's not very many times that you can actually say that. So I wanted to come up here and say hello on New Year's Day to my best buddies and best pals and best friends and all that kind of good stuff. So that is what I get to do today. And it is not so bad. So let's see if I can come in here and just set up a few things. Yes, I can. I can come in here. So when was it? Friday night when we went live, we had an attack. Basically children, unfortunately. It's sad that that's what they do these days, but that is what they do these days. So I'm local recording stopped. Okay, so did it stop or it didn't stop? Now that I don't know. So let's go over here if I could find out if our local recording has stopped or if we are out and about. So no, it shows that I'm still hot. I'm still hot. Cool. Okay, so let's go with the assumption that we are live. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself. And to stop the attack that we had last time, we're going to put the slow mode on. So you won't be able to talk to me for... You can't make more than one post every minute, okay? Actually, let's not put that on. Let's see if we do have the attack, okay? Because I can always come back here and put it on. So, Happy New Year! Welcome! I don't even know what camera I'm on. I'm on this one. So let's just leave that window open, reduce this. Jim Monday's here, Eric is here, Sammy's here. Golly gee whiz, Batman. Happy New Year! Happy New Year to everybody. This is exciting. So what's even more exciting is up until about an hour ago, my router has gone out. It just now we're not muted. Okay. So Kyle, thank you for coming to my rescue, big guy. So I guess you didn't hear anything I said. Nothing. So this is, I guess I should start the show over. Happy New Year's. It's New Year's. I'm still on New Year's Day. It is January 1st, 2024. January 1st, 2024. Okay. So I'm showing that we have sound now, so it should all be fixed. It should all be good. Okay, and I don't really know why we lost our sound. But what we did lose, what I lost here that was quite important, and it actually I had to get some outside help, is the router went down. The router is the unit that I guess connects to the internet. I get my phone calls, my texts, all that kind of stuff comes through the router, and it's been gone. So we started by changing one piece, another piece, and when I got my cousin involved, he told me, look, your router is dying, and then eventually it did die. Wasn't able to go in or come out. So been hunting down a new router. So I got a new router. My cousin, who's an expert in the Wi-Fi stuff, landlines, Wi-Fi, IP addresses. What else you got? You got channels, IP addresses, all kinds of this screwball-y stuff that I didn't know too much about, okay? So he has got me up and going again. And I wanted to come and say Happy New Year's, but it didn't look like it was going to happen. But just in the last hour or so, we got a new router and, let's see, 1, 2, 3 access points. Cheapy weepies, okay? And I had to get some help from one brother and somebody else to help me pay for this stuff. Because, you know, my credit cards, bye-bye, all right? So we did get the router. We got, what did I got? I got a TP-Link router. So that is a good thing. So I got a TP-Link router. I have a TP-Link access point. So an access point is something that passes the information through, but it's by a hard wire. So hard wire. Let me turn this down because I don't want to be hearing, because I guess now I'm able to get my messages and phone calls. So I'm going to turn it off because I think there's some coming through that's been there for a while. Okay, because I haven't heard nothing since I went to my brother's for New Year's, because he was doing fine. Okay, so I was able to say Happy New Year to all you guys that got messages from me. But when we came home, I was like out on dry land. There was no way to get in or out and find out who was messaging me, who was calling me, or nothing. So I spent a good portion of the last 2 or 3 days watching the system go down. Finally, the good thing, it sounds bad, but the good thing is it finally did crap out. It died, okay? But it did it little by little, rather than just dying and then hunting down for what the problem is. So eventually it did die. So I was had to go out and get a new router. So the router is what's connected to my AT&T modem, which is where the fiber cable comes in. That's how I have 1,000 up, 1,000 down. Okay, so the 1,000 up, 1,000 down comes from the AT&T. Can I call that a modem? It's a pretty big box. Okay, so my cousin stepped in and he helped me get the new router connected and 3 access points. So I did have 2 of the 3 access points, and those are good. So I was able to use that again. But the router eventually had to be replaced. And so we did IP addresses, the passwords. You got 2.4 gigahertz level. You got 5 gigahertz level. Each one is a separate one. He combined them into one. So when I actually look at my phone now, I actually have just one choice. And I go there and I connect. So that is what we've got going. So it goes from the AT&T, which brings me in my my fiber cable, 1,000 up, 1,000 down, and from there it's bridged and goes to the new router that I bought. So the new router is what is combining all the sections of the house. So I actually have an access point which is hardwired here in the Christmas room. I also have another one all the way on the other house, and that is where the living room is. And then I have a third one in the kitchen, because this house has the original house and it's got new rooms that have been added on. So that means there's concrete block walls. So instead of having an easy, transmission to all these access points and everything, you either have to hardwire it, or like if I'm in here and I go from here to my bedroom to go lay down, all right, it's got a switch. I liken it to like a phone tower, you know, when you drive along and your phone drops out. So I see Carlos is here. Sammy is here. Norm is here. Thank you guys for coming in. If any of you tried to reach me over the hall, Joey is here. How you doing, big guys? I love everybody that's in here. Jim Monday is in here. Eric Pickett is in here. Kyle is where I found out that the mic went dead. Thank you so much. Is in here. So, hi guys. Happy New Year to each and every one. This is not going to be a long show. I did want to do a show on the first of the year. That was important to me. But when the router went out, I had no way to get in and come out unless I went on the phone and did a show live from the phone, which I haven't done, so I don't know how to do that. But my cousin helped me, and we are connected. Got coverage through the whole house. We got all the access points are running. After we got it running, there was a conflict. So that's how I learned about channels. Didn't know anything about channels. So these channels actually overlap, in case you didn't know that, okay? The channels actually overlap. So the real channels that are clear channels are channel 1, 6, and 11. Did you guys know this stuff? Am I the only one that didn't know any of this stuff? Okay, so we had to move different things to channel 1, 6, or 11. So the Christmas room is so far from the actual transmission of the regular house. We are on the same channel here as something on the other side of the house. So what you are not allowed to do, my cousin set it up and I'm doing it illegally, technically, because you're not supposed to have 2 units broadcasting on the same channel. But there's no way they can reach each other. Then you have a conflict of IP addresses, and then they fluctuate. So we're going to get together again during this week, and we're going to set static IP addresses. So I'm getting me a big-time education. All you guys that are really into this, you're probably laughing at me and going like, ha! Doesn't he know anything about internet and Wi-Fi? Well, the truth is, no, I don't. You plug it in, you push the WAN, is it WAN? No, WPS button, and it connects. One and done. Okay. Well, my cousin, the expert, he goes, that's lower than McDonald's. You really need to assign the channels, the IP addresses, your access points, which are repeaters in here. I've had repeaters. You've got to hardwire that, and then it becomes an access point. So the difference between an access point and a repeater or an extender is the access point is hardwired and the extender is over Wi-Fi. Something simple like that. But when they market this stuff, and I'm looking at the shelf to what I'm going and making my purchases, and I'm glad I had the brains to call my cousin. He goes, no, you don't buy the extender. You want to be hardwired, or you're going to be having conflicts. And you go live, you do your recordings, you record and go live in the kitchen, you go live in the Christmas room. So if you're going to do it correctly, okay? So I had to do a little bit. I got my exercise. My feet hurt from going up and down step stools and ladders, which I'm not supposed to be on ladders. But we are hardwired with 3 access points. We are hardwired directly to a router. And the router is hardwired directly to where the fiber is coming in to the AT&T modem. So the AT&T modem thinks we're all dummies, so they will not allow us to turn off the Wi-Fi to turn it into a bridge. Anybody that knows what the hell I'm talking about, I could tell you this stuff. I can't tell you why, okay? So we are actually broadcasting, according to my cousin, out of the AT&T modem, but we've put it on a channel that I'm not using. So after we did get it together, we did have some conflicts. So that's resolved, and it was an hour and a half before we moved to January 2nd. So I'm able to come in here and say hello to you on the first of the year. So in the Greek church, there's an old wives' tale, which is bull hockey, that says whatever you do on the first day of the year, you're going to do it all year long, okay? Now, I don't believe that, just so you know, all right? Because on the next day, you're going to do what you need to do. So, Happy New Year! Now we're in here. Let's see what you guys have been saying. Sammy says it looks good. Eric says this is interesting information that I never knew. Eric, I'm with you. I didn't know all this stuff, and I've had according to my cousin, I've had conflicts going on. And maybe that's sometimes why it drops or something to that effect. So right now, there's only one illegal maneuver that we had to employ. And the reason that we employed it is there's enough of a distance from one side of the house to the other side of the house where the two will never meet, like ships passing in the night. So they will never meet. So they are like the unit in here, that's an access point, and the unit in the living room, which is really, really far, okay? So Sammy has seen it. That's the one that looks like a castle, Sammy. That room is all the way on the other side of the house. So this is not an up and down house. So it doesn't go like this. It's a very wide house, and it's like 3,900 square feet. So when I say wide, I mean wide. So we're on the same Wi-Fi channel here that we're on the living room, and that is a no-no. That's a ticketable infraction. But because they're so far from each other, it doesn't make any difference. So Eric says this is interesting. Okay, yeah, interesting isn't the word for it, but look at the education I got. I'm actually able to buy a router or an access point or an extender and actually set it up without pushing the automatic button, which means it does everything, but it can and does screw up. Okay, so Jim Monday says, I don't know all this. Jim Monday says, I do know all this IP and Wi-Fi stuff. Oh, I could have called you. Okay, geeking out with your cousin would be fun. Yes, yes. Sammy says, I tried to call you with really good news, and now I can tell you. Okay, good. Well, you've been trying to call me. Anybody here that's been trying to call me or text me, whenever I was at my brother's house, his Wi-Fi works just fine. So I was able to say Happy New Year to some of you guys and to my family up in New York, and in New Jersey, and in Virginia. And then when we left, I would say on New Year's Eve. We went up there about 8 o'clock. We had dinner. We had a good time. I made plenty of food. They made plenty of food, so the food was abundant. And we played games and all kinds of stuff and didn't leave to come home till about 1:30. So I wasn't home till about 2 o'clock on New Year's Eve, which moved it over into New Year's Day. So then I think I called Sly, and we spent a little time on the phone. And then what did I do? That's what actually started the crash, the great crash of 2023. I started watching a movie, and lo and behold, it was a movie that I was actually interested in. And it kept freezing, and I didn't know what was going on. So, but I could tell it was going on a downhill for quite a while. And then finally, the router just nothing, not even a number one or number two for bathroom talk. So that sent me into a scurry because now I'm locked out of everything, and I don't want to be. So I actually bought the router before I talked to my cousin, and it was just by the roll of the dice or by the blessings of the Lord. Let's do that one. It sounds so much better. On the first day of the year, let's not start with luck and rolling the dice. Let's give God the credit when God does something good. So he said I bought almost the one he would have picked. He would have wanted it to have Wi-Fi 6 in there, which you guys that have your new iPhones, okay? So the new iPhones are using Wi-Fi 6, and they're going to go to, what did he say? Next year or this year, they're going to go to Wi-Fi 7. So he would have wanted me to go to Wi-Fi 6, and I didn't buy Wi-Fi 6. So I'm missing Wi-Fi 6. So, but he said everything else of the one that I bought. So I bought a TP-Link something 3800, if you guys want to know, you guys that are into this stuff. Okay. So the long run that goes from the fiber closet. So I have fiber cable coming to a closet that's central in the house. So the run from there to here is Cat 6 wire. Okay, so Cat comes in Cat 5, 5E, 6. I think there's a 6E, 7, and an 8. Okay, So I got a Cat 6 wire on the long run. It's a 50-foot, it might be 75, I'm not sure, on the long distance run to here. So coming to here, so I'm running this show on a Cat 6 wire, and I don't know if it's Cat 6 or Cat 6E. I don't even know if Cat 6 has an E. So Roy is saying hello, and he said that hardwired Cat 6 is more reliable. Good. So you're watching me on a Cat 6 right now, okay? So the access point in here is connected to a switch. So I'm not doing anything wireless in here, except when I get on the phone, I don't have reception here because this room is too far away. So I needed to get reception in here so that I could talk on my cell phone. So we have an access point in here now, something I didn't have before, okay? So when I open my phone and I go in, let's put in the password. I have full strength. I have full strength on my phone, okay? And when I was in here, I had to plug the phone in to the switch. So I have a switch in here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things on the switch in here. It's a bigger 24 switch. But I had no Wi-Fi in here. So when I wanted to talk to Shane on FaceTime, okay, or I wanted to talk to Sammy, who was in New Jersey, or I wanted to talk to Jim in Virginia, or anybody that I wanted to talk to, I had to leave the Christmas room and go somewhere where the phone would reach. So I mentioned that to my cousin. He said, buy another access point. I said, well, I can't pay for it. He says, buy a cheap one. So they had one that was $29 at 50% off. And it was a TP-Link. So he approved it because it has an Ethernet cable. So the Ethernet cable was critical to my cousin because he wanted an access point. He did not want an extender in here because the extender, according to him, would not have reached because the proof is in the pudding. I can't get reception in the Christmas room, okay, unless I jump through hoops. So now I have full strength reception for my iPhone, or if I bring my iPad. Now all my computers, the one that you're watching and everything, is hardwired, okay? And my new Studio M2 is hardwired. The Mac Mini in the kitchen is hardwired. My old 2017, Randy, I don't know if you're watching, is hardwired. So I feel kind of good because things are better now than they've ever been. Now, my cousin, he's got plenty of money, so he kept picking out this expensive stuff, and I kept having to fight over that because even if I wanted it, I couldn't pay for it. Okay, so it would have been like $200 or $300 to put a high-powered access point, and that's what he wanted me to put here. So I apparently have a low-powered access point in here, but it gives me full power everywhere in this room, which is what I need. Okay. And then I have the security cameras, which I installed, and they're all running smooth. No more uttering, okay, because they would stutter. So those got put in because of the court problems that we had. We had to see what was going on around the house. So I guess I need to say thank you, Jesus. It broke, it looked like a bad thing, and it's turned into a really good thing. So now we're up and solid. You guys that know what I'm talking about, did I explain it good for you? I hope so. So Sammy said he went to bed at 12:30. Roy said Cat 6 is more reliable. He also did the greetings. I'm going backwards now. Eric said this is interesting, so I've read that. I'm able to say a bad joke, Peter, tonight, or a bad joke for the first day of the year. Oh, back to back, right? So Jim says he does know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, Jim, it never entered my mind that you might know all this stuff. So I know my cousin is like, his son installs networks. Actually, the back of my mind, I was going to try to get to my cousin's son through my cousin. But apparently, the young man, he's in his middle 30s, okay, learned a lot of this from his dad. And when I called him, he said, I can help you with that. I'm going, okay. So Norm says, Happy New Year. Carlos says, another dose of Peter Gregg. It's the first. It's the first of the year, Carlos. So now going through Christmas and everybody going through the little Christmas depressions. And so business going to pick up for you. Okay. So that's good. But I'm glad you're here, Carlos. I love you. And here's Joey. Hi, Joey. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. That's okay. So my sound is good. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going up. I'm going through. Eric says there's no sound. So Kyle is telling me to check my mic. So that's all taken care of. Let's go all the way to the top. And the very first guy in here tonight, bingo, is Sammy. I love each and every one of you, and I love you, Sammy, too. All right. Unfortunately, Sammy, I wasn't able to text you or call you. Jim, you would have gotten a phone call. Kyle, I would have called Kyle just about every day, but I wasn't able to do nothing. And then when I had to start putting the router in, I had to stay on my cell phone with a cell phone connection as we went through this settings one at a time. And so he was saying, oh, you can't have it like this. You can't have it like that. And I kept going like, I just want to make it quick. It's not quick. But you know it is quick? When you know the information on what's going on, it can become quick, okay? So, because I didn't know where to look. It's kind of like live streaming. I know, the camera needs to be connected to the hip bone. The hip bone needs to be connected to the neck bone. And so in that area, I could set up a network to go live very quickly. Okay. Well, it happens that I know what I'm doing in that area. So this is what we are at now. So he does want to refine. My cousin wants to refine some stuff during this week, but the guys are coming back to finish doing work on the house, and my brother's opening up another project. So I'll be having the construction people in the house. And I need to put up, today is Monday, right? So I need to put up a video or two on the big channel, and I want to kick off the year by activating the kitchen channel. Okay, so with the workers coming in and out, what's going on there is I use this camera in the kitchen as my main camera, which is oh, this is really cold. We've got hit with some cold weather for me. I actually felt cold into my bones. All right, so we got into the 50s and the 60s, but you guys that are in Jersey and Virginia and Oklahoma, you're laughing at me, but I didn't think to put on more than just basically underwear, and shorts and flip-flops, so I felt myself get cold, and I knew this is not right, okay? So, you know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm going to try it, and I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm going to tell you guys right here. Hey, Joey's saying Happy New Year. Sammy says he uses the daily IP addresses. I don't know what that means. Should I tell you what the big news is? If you want to. Okay. In New Jersey, it's in the 40s. I would have to be wearing much better clothes than I'm even wearing right. My feet are actually cold right now. I should have put a pair of socks on. Okay, but I just got my flip-flops on. So if I take my flip-flops off and put it on the floor is ice cold. I mean, I don't want to walk on the floor without the flip-flops. So Kyle's saying it's 31 degrees. Oh my God, Kyle, you guys are so much tougher than me. Holy cow. Good golly, Miss Molly. Mabel is frozen solid. I couldn't wake her up if I had to. So Kyle's in Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma is going through a very serious cold spell. Am I correct? There is kind of like a chill that's going across right there. So Sammy says, Focus Bear is launched, and I'm making a video tomorrow about it. Focus Bear is what Sammy and I's new project is. So it's a bear that you're going to be able to buy from Sammy. And I'm going to do it so you could buy one from me too. I mean, both of us will have it. Of course, Sammy's is going to have his logo and his name and whatever design he creates. So it's going to be a little teddy bear with a focus thing. So, one-man bands, how we got to put something here if we want to go to the camera and hand focus, manual focus. So what are you going to put here? buy a Focus Bear. Buy it from Sammy or buy it from me. It'll have a target on its chest, okay? And you'll set the Focus Bear here in the chair or put it up on a couple of pillows and go over there, and it'll be the same as if Peter is sitting here. And I'll be able to focus manually on the Focus Bear. Pretty cool stuff, right? It seems very logical. So Sammy's sending me the link. It was a 45C here last week in Australia, 130. You don't get no 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Are you for real? I think you would die at 130. That would be killer weather. When I say killer, it will kill people. 130 degrees? Okay, our really hot days are 95 to 100. Okay. It would be too hot for your body to probably survive at 130. So, is that a typo, Roy, or is it for real? Okay, so Kyle says Kyle is subcultured outcast. It's supposed to rain Friday and Monday. So today is Monday. It's going to become Tuesday. So between now and Friday, we should have clear, cold weather. And with the rain usually brings a change of weather in Miami until we get to the rainy season. And at that point, it just rains, like rain, okay? So Sammy says he also made a Focus on Me t-shirt. Pretty cool. Not as many 130 Fahrenheit this year. Not many 130. 130 will cause people to die, so it makes me concerned to hear that. I don't like it that hot. Well, your body runs at what, 98.6? How's it supposed to stay cool at 130? So stay inside, Roy. You know, I hope they don't have kids out on the field practicing for football and stuff. They'll pass out. Okay. I don't like it that hot. I'm not doing the clicks because you guys can read it. It's over to your right side, okay? Because I just want to make sure this is running because now I got to make some videos. I wanted to go live. Yeah, thank you, Roy. Check the 45C translation and then put that back in because if it's 30, what did you say, 45C? And it really translates to 130 degrees. Okay, so Jim says 45C is 113. Okay, you could survive in 113. It's going to be hot as hell. Seriously hot, okay? Well, Jim says 45C is 113, and Roy says it's equal to 130. Okay, so I don't see... chemically how a body can survive at 130. Okay, so I know a little about the temperatures because I'm doing sous vide. So when the temperature is 130, I can't put my hand in there. Okay, or if I do, I have to pull it out really, really quick. All right, so you know I could check this out myself. Here, why don't I use my new access point that's running in here? Okay. 45 degrees Celsius equals what in Fahrenheit? 45 degrees C equals 113F. Courtesy of my full-strength access point that I have in the Christmas room. So I was able to get out, and I've got all the bars, 100%. Boy, tell me that ain't sweet. Thank you to my cousin, if you're watching. He doesn't watch me anyway. So, Roy, you're getting a formula mixed up somehow. So, check it out. You could double check all of us what's going on. Okay, so Jim Monday is exactly what I got on my phone. 45C is 113. Sammy says, I also did a test today with the anamorphic lens. It looked amazing. That is excellent. We're going to have to, this week, we're going to have to talk about that. Lewis is here. Happy New Year 2024. Love you all so much. Have a fun year. Love you all. Happy 2024, everybody, and Peter. So I think the mic was muted when I said this, but we had a rapid fire attack on Friday night. Some of you saw it. I tried to be sweet and kind to the person, but I banned them because it's probably a child. If it's an adult that has that kind of a mindset, they're evil. I mean, I think they gave me like 20 to 25 rapid fire comments in here. So I have that window open. So if it happens right now, okay, somebody needs to text me. Well, I'm at the end of the comments. But what Sammy did is he texted me, which was the right thing to do. Because when I get to talking a lot, I'm not at the end of the comments. So anybody that's a wrench that can see in here, you put them on a timeout for 30 minutes. So it gives me a little time to ban them. So if somebody rapid fires, that is mischievous. Okay. That's actually wicked. All right. Because why would you disturb a live stream by putting 20 to 25 comments in a row? So you're a child and you're getting your jollies, or if you're an adult, you've got a mental problem is what I'm thinking. Okay. Now there might be another choice, or I thought it could have been a robot, or what they call them, bots. Okay. No, I didn't put the slow mode on. What I did put on that you have to be a subscriber to text. So apparently they subscribe, which makes me think it was a human. So I went to thinking it was a child, somebody probably between 8 and 13 years old. But what if it was an adult? So that would be a very mean person. They don't belong part of our family. I banned them anyway. Sly and I timed out the guy. Good for you. He looked like he was 8 to 10 years. Oh, did you do a little looking into that, Sammy? I didn't realize that. Boy, we got a lot to catch up on, don't we, Sam? Okay. So when we get off of here, if it's not too late for you, because I know it's you go to bed, you get sleepy, and you zonk out, your energy leaves. But I said hi to Joey. I love you, Joey. If you have access to Alex, tell Alex I said hi. Norm says it's -7 Celsius tonight in Toronto, so that's 19. That would cause me a little bit of problems, okay? If you're not used, I think your blood thins out when you're like in a tropical like Miami. Not sure about that, but I've heard that said so many times, that your blood thins out. So you got thicker blood up there? I don't know what the story is. I would think you'd need thinner blood so you could get your circulation going. But whatever. So, like I said, we are in the 40s and 50s, and I got, you get cold, and you get cold down to the bone. So I felt myself get cold. I went under my blanket. I felt myself get too cold, and that was in the dangerous territory for me. I don't want to catch a cold or anything else that's going on out there. So Sammy took a very nice nap today. Very good for you, Sammy. I would have taken a nap today too, okay? But I was spending so much time getting everything working. To me, it's amazing how much you need this modern day stuff. If I lived out in the middle of nowhere and didn't have all these connections, I couldn't do YouTube. I couldn't make phone calls. I couldn't even get the temperature. I couldn't even translate Celsius to Fahrenheit. Wasn't that cool? So there's little things that will thrill me, and that is that I have an access point here in the office. So my phone, I don't remember to put the phone over to cell only. It's not going to connect in here. So now I've got the access point. So that's cool. Did I notice you got a new mic stand? No, I never put it back. I never put the old one back. It's over there. So this is my singing mic. This is the Stellar X2. And I was trying to sing a song for Christmas. It failed. And then I got so busy in wrapping up the presents and the bread and that kind of stuff that I really haven't put things back. And even on Friday night, you saw I had to rush and put some of the cameras back because I had taken them all off to play with them, and I thought I had set them up, but it wasn't. Okay. Okay, so Roy says, I feel like a woman, but the wife won't let me have one. I like that one. Now, the problem is my modem, my router. In a day, I won't remember it. So, Roy, count yourself blessed that you can remember all these cool, under the radar, zingers, because they're really nice, So let's see. Did I bring any tea in here? Yeah. I'm not being rude by drinking in front of you, but I'm not drinking enough water, and that could cause other kinds of problems. So I have to drink 4 of these a day. So this is actually probably number 4, I'm hoping, because I'm not going to drink another one. I'll be up peeing all night. I wonder where Scotty is tonight. I feel like a woman, but the wife won't let me have one. Some comedian, you probably got it from a comedian, but some comedian ought to pick that up. That's pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my New Year's show. Thank you for who popped in here tonight. Kind of a little bit of a surprise for me, as much as it is a surprise for you. But I want the very first day of the year in 2024, I did a live stream. Isn't that a nice thing to say? So now my live stream is over. Sammy, give me 10 minutes. Sammy, pay attention. Give me 10 minutes, okay? Because I'm going to shut everything down. And then call me. And if I get the thing in here, I need to turn the red button off. Okay. Yeah. Sammy's saying that could be I feel like a woman. I feel like a woman. I feel like a woman. But my wife, she just won't let me have one. My wife won't let me have one. My wife won't let me have one. My wife won't let me have one. But I feel right now. I feel right now. I feel like a woman right now. Copyright that, somebody, quick! All right, I love you guys. Thank you for the very first day of the year. We all said hello. If you're watching this on the rewind, oh, by golly, wish me a Happy New Year in the comments. Don't be cheap with your fingers. Type in the comments, Happy New Year, Peter. God loves you. I love you. I hope you're prosperous and blessed. I hope you have lots of kids. Well, I can't do that. I'm not married. Well, I can have lots of kids. I got lots of kids now. All right, so I pray for all you guys that your kids are all safe, protected, prosperous, and blessed, because our children are the most important things. Okay? All right, so I'm going to say bye. So 10 minutes from now, Sammy. All right? Love you guys. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year from my heart to yours. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. God bless you from his heart to yours. Catch you on Friday night as long as God is willing and the bridge isn't up. And then remember, if you're watching this on the rewind, don't be cheap. Use your fingers and comment in the comments below. They're not there right now until we end the show. Now we got the live chat. Eric says Happy New Year to everybody. Second day. Oh, so Roy is already in January 2nd. All right. So how is January 2nd, Roy? So, all right, guys. I love you. I'm going to push the button, and we are finished with our January 1st, 2024 show. Bye.